Part 2, The True Story of the Vietnamese Cannibal. As soon as they got into the room and turned on the lights, the parents' darkest fear came true. The old lady from next door was on her meat hunt again. However, there was no meat in the backyard that night. So, she had come into the baby's room and was gnawing at the baby's arm instead. The old woman was clearly possessed by a demon. Her pale face and fangs showed it all. She had no sense of what or whom she was eating. The wife gave out a loud scream and the husband rushed towards the old lady to push her away. The old woman fell off the bed and jumped out through the window. The husband grabbed his son and dragged his wife and babysitter out of the house. They yelled for help from the neighbors and soon a few people came out. The husband explained what had happened while a doctor attended to the baby. The neighbors were equally shocked but they were determined to get the demon. They rushed to the old lady's house but found no one at home. So, they broke into the house, running from room to room looking for the old lady, but she was nowhere to be found. They all ran back out to see if she had gotten out of the house. One of the neighbors spotted someone on top of the roof and started to call out for the others. The neighbors surrounded the house and tried to get her down by throwing rocks at her. However, the harder they tried the louder she would laugh at them. So, they decided the only way to get her down and to get rid of her at the same time was to burn down the house. They moved whatever valuables out of the house and started burning the house from inside. Stubbornly, the demon was still on top of the roof. Everyone was standing around the house seeing it burn down with the old lady on top. As the house was burning into an inferno, the demon is still up there, taunting them and running around up on the roof. Soon, she was trapped in the fire. As the house collapsed, the old lady fell down with the house. They all heard a blood-curdling scream that was so evil. And then there was silence and that was the end of it. The next day, they searched the burnt-down house but couldn't find any ashes. All they found was a very small skull. Nobody knew what happened to that old lady or her family. Rumors had it that they had moved out of town and the old lady had died before that night. What the people saw that night was the demon that had taken over the body of the old lady. This story may have sounded like a story in the movies, but it did really happen in a small town in Vietnam long ago. Sometimes in life there are a lot of unexpected things. Seeing ghosts or listening to a ghost story is one. But, there are more out there than just ghosts. You see, my opinion is ghosts don't really hurt you, but demons. Now that's another story. They are as good as deranged lunatics.